Hello everyone, my name is Murdock and I'm excited to share insights with you today on leveraging the cultural and linguistic assets of English learners, or ELs for this perspective, to create an inclusive, supportive environment. Today, we'll explore the role of cultural and student learning, strategies for responding to EL's needs, and how we can build strong home and school connections to support their success. First, let's talk about cultural influences on teaching and learning. Every student brings a unique set of cultural experience and backgrounds to the classroom. These cultural influences can shape how they learn, communicate, and interact with others. As educators, it is essential that we recognize and celebrate these cultural influences, seeing them not as barriers, but as strengths, and to contribute to a richer, more diverse classroom environment. Cultural competence refers to the ability to understand, communicate with, and effectively interact with people across cultures. It's important developing an awareness of our own cultural biases and expanding our unique understanding of the culture represented in our classrooms. For English learners, cultural competence in teaching is vital because it allows us to connect more deeply with students, acknowledging their cultural values and beliefs, and incorporating those into our teaching strategies. Integrating student cultural values and beliefs into the classroom can take many forms, such as incorporating culturally relevant materials, using diverse teaching methods that align with students' learning styles, and acknowledging cultural practices and celebrations. This helps students feel seen, heard, and valued, which in turn fosters a more engaging, supportive learning environment. The role of cultural and student learning is profound. It influences how students approach tasks, interact with peers, and express themselves. School and classroom environments significantly affect language acquisition. For English learners, creating an inclusive classroom environment means promoting respect for diverse cultural perspectives and fostering a sense of belonging. This can be done by celebrating cultural diversity through activities like storytelling, art, or even music that reflect students' backgrounds. One important strategy is to ensure that language learning opportunities are integrated into daily routines, whether it's through peer interactions, cooperative learning, or even instructions. These opportunities help English learners acquire language in a meaningful context. Teachers should also adjust the physical classroom environment to reflect cultural diversity with displays and resources that represent the background of their students. When it comes to supporting the needs of English learners, it is crucial to understand that each student is unique, with individual strengths, needs, and identities. Some students may have special needs, and it is essential to adapt our approaches accordingly. For example, when working with English learners who have special needs or special educational needs, we should use a differentiated instruction model. This could include visual aids, small group instruction, and using students' home languages as support when appropriate. It is also important to collaborate with special education staff to ensure the students' linguistic and academic needs are being met. Addressing the social and emotional needs of English learners is just as important as academic support. English learners may face challenges such as navigating a new culture, learning a new language, or adjusting to different social expectations. By creating a safe and welcoming classroom environment, teachers can support students' emotional well-being. Simple strategies like having regular check-ins with students, using cultural responsive SEL, better known as social emotional learning practices, and encouraging peer support can make a significant impact. Family and community practices, often referred to as funds of knowledge, are incredibly valuable in supporting language learning. Students bring knowledge and skill from home that can be harnessed in the classroom to make learning more relevant and meaningful. For example, if a student comes from a family that speaks a language other than English, their home language is an asset that can facilitate learning. Encouraging students to share their cultural practices and family traditions ultimately helps build connections between their home life and school life. One effective strategy for building strong family partnership, school partnership, is to create regular, open communication with families. This can be done through bilingual newsletters, parent-teacher conferences, and culturally inclusive events at school. Involving families in the learning process not only helps students succeed academically, but it also empowers families to feel like valued partners in their child's education. Inclusive community engagement is equally important. Schools can host events that celebrate cultural diversity, invite community leaders into the school, or even form partnerships with local organizations that support English learning families. These actions ultimately show students and families that their cultures and language are valued and respected within the schools. So in conclusion, by leveraging the cultural and linguistic assets of English learners, we can create a classroom environment that fosters academic success, emotional well-being, and a sense of belonging. By engaging families and communities, we build a strong support network that extends beyond the classroom, helping English learners thrive both in school and in life. I want to thank you all for taking the time out to listen, and I hope you take away some valuable ideas for integrating cultural and linguistic assets into your teaching practice. Have a great one.